How's it going, guys? My name is Nate and welcome to Monument Auto. So this is my 2007 ML63 AMG that I bought from Copart salvage auction, and today I'm going to show you all the damage it had when I got it and break down exactly how much it cost for me to buy, ship, and fix this awesome car. So stay tuned and let's get started. All right, let's start with how much it costs to actually buy the car from Copart. I'd been looking for a car on Copart for a little while when I came across this one, and I just loved it. You know, 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8, which you don't really see anymore, and I was like, this car is sweet. So after lots of debating, calculating, trying to figure out exactly what it would take to fix up this car based on the pictures, I decided to take a calculated risk and I bid on the car. So actually, sitting in my university library between classes, I logged into Copart and bid on this car and ended up winning it for my maximum bid amount, which was $6,000. So I bought the car for $6,000 and I was stoked. But at the same time, I was like, what the hell did I just do? I now own a broken car in Michigan. Similar cars were selling for about $12,000 to $14,000. So I got this car for less than 50% of what it was, you know, potentially worth, all fixed up. So far so good, right? Well, not quite. I didn't realize that by spending $6,000, I had moved into a higher fee bracket. So I paid a $900 auction fee. And then they charged an internet bidding fee based on sale price as well. So that was $119. And then they charged a title processing fee, which was $50. And then a gate fee to move the car onto the trailer when you pick it up or get it shipped, which was $59. Oh, sales tax in Michigan based on the sale price of the vehicle was $360. So all in, we're at $7,488. And I don't even have the car yet. Great. As soon as I won the bid, I started figuring out how to ship the car to my house, which turned out to be kind of a nightmare. Like I said in my last video, automotive shipping industry is kind of all over the place. I ended up getting quotes for as low as like $560 to as high as $950, and it ended up being $1,250. And that's because it was so far north in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and over 1,000 miles from my house. It took a couple days to figure out shipping, and it took a couple days for the driver to actually, you know, make it up to Michigan and pick up the car. And during that time, Copart was charging me storage fees. So if you don't pick up the car within 3 days, you get charged storage fees, and those added up to another $50. So we're at $8,788, and the car is finally at my house. All right, so now for the fun part. I'm gonna show you all the damage that this car had when I got it, and then go over all the repairs that I had to do to get it on the road. All right, so as you guys can see, this car was pretty smashed up in the front. I immediately noticed how low it was sitting, like the top of the wheel well was practically sitting on the tires. But overall, things look more or less how I expected. You know, rusty brakes from sitting at Copart, broken bumper, missing headlight and front grille, etc. And the hood appeared undamaged, which was fantastic, because that would have been a huge setback if I had been wrong about the hood. So initially the car wouldn't start with just a battery box because it had been sitting so long at Copart, it was completely dead. And so finally I drove my mom's car up there and jump-started it, and we were able to drive it off the trailer. The wheels were rubbing the whole way in the wheel well, but I was so happy that the car actually ran, because that also would have been a huge setback if it had. So once the car was in the garage, I was able to inspect it a little further. I looked at the crash bar to make sure nothing was bent there, no frame damage. And then I looked at the engine bay, kind of that front lip, nothing was pushed in. And the engine itself looked pretty good. It was super dusty, but I didn't see any oil leaks or anything. So far so good there. The Distronic bracket in the front was totally bent, and the horn was twisted around into the radiator. but I didn't see any leaks, so I was able to just bend that back out and everything worked okay. Luckily all the headlight wiring harnesses were intact, and so were the parking sensors, which I tested individually. And then one of the air lines coming from the valve block that controls the air suspension had been like ripped off in the collision, but I was able to stick a new fitting on there and actually use that valve block, and that works fine. So all in all, I mean, it wasn't terrible damage. It was more or less what I expected. It looked kind of bad, but all the major, structural components were still intact, so it was mostly cosmetic. Anyway, let's get to the repairs it needed. So I'm just gonna go down the list here of everything that I did in no particular order. So I got a front bumper off of eBay that was just used but complete, so it had the fog lights and the bracketry in the back. So I didn't have to get it painted, I didn't have to find fog lights, I didn't have to find trim or try to figure out which bracket goes in which bumper cover, so that was super easy. And that front bumper was $1,600, but it saved me a ton of time and effort. And then I got a headlight that was $665 because these are like bi-xenon headlights. And then I got front air springs, $640. I had to replace both front sway bar end links, that was $380. I got some diagnostic work done at Mercedes just to help me figure out what exactly needed to be done, and that was $320. I ended up replacing the rear pads and rotors because they were super rusted and worn from sitting at Copart for so long. I got it looked at a local shop for something else, that was $180. I replaced the battery, which was $170. I replaced the rear air springs as well because one of them was broken. And that was $105 just off Amazon, so not too bad. I got an oil change done. It takes 10 quarts of oil, so that was $105. I bought a new front grille off of eBay. That was only $95, so not too bad. I think the one from the dealership was like $360. I got an alignment done after the suspension work, which was $90. I bought a fuel door cover, and that was $85 off of eBay. Got a Carfax report early on, that's $40. And then I got a fender lining for the front passenger side off of eBay, which was $35. I got some touch-up paint for the broken front fender area, which was $15. And then some driver's side window switches were $10. I was actually able to salvage some of the existing pieces off the old bumper, like a fog light and some trim pieces, and I sold those on eBay and got $95 back. So I spent $4,690 in repairs, which brings the total to $13,478 buying, shipping, and fixing to get this car on the road. So not exactly the financial experience I was hoping for. Still a great experience though, and I learned a ton. And I can now take pride in the car that I drive, knowing how many hours I spent working on it, how much went into making this car what it is now. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. And make sure to stay tuned for the next video where I give my 1-year ownership review. Till next time.